Arthur Morgan, 1863 to 1899. Family: Lyle Morgan, father; Beatrice Morgan, mother; Mary Linton, ex-wife; Eliza, child's mother, co-parent wife; Isaac's son, Copper Dog. Arthur Morgan was born circa 1863 to Beatrice and Lyle Morgan in the northern U.S. As a child, his mother died of unknown causes while his father was a petty criminal and outlaw. In 1874, when Arthur was 11 years old, his father was arrested for larceny. Morgan later witnessed his death, and despite a strained relationship with him, also donned his hat and kept a picture of him. Around 1877, Arthur was found as a wild delinquent and picked up off the streets by Dutch van der Linde and Hosea Matthews. Viewing the pair as surrogate father figures, Arthur came to share Dutch's vision of a life lived free from the constraints of civilization and the rule of law. The pair taught him how to read, write, hunt, fight, shoot, and ride, becoming their first protege as well as one of the founding members of the Van der Linde gang. Arthur soon found a pet dog named Copper, whom he grew particularly close to and occasionally took baths with him. Although Arthur had difficulty controlling him, he admired the dog's spirit. Copper later passed away and Arthur kept a picture of him. He also later acquired a female horse named Boadicea, whom he became fond of and became his signature mount. As a young adult, Arthur met a girl named Mary Gillis, where the two fell deeply in love and even became engaged. He befriended her younger brother Jamie and taught him horseback riding. However, Arthur's preference for a life of crime, coupled with the prevalent disapproval of Mary's family, most strongly from her father, ultimately caused their relationship to fall apart, and the pair separated. In 1884, Arthur was sent out fishing and pridefully returned with 3 beautiful bass. The gang celebrated with a big feast and toasted him all night long. The following week, Arthur and Dutch walked in the local market where it was revealed that he had simply purchased the bass from a fishmonger, much to his embarrassment. In 1885, he met a 12-year-old boy named John Marston, who had been saved by Dutch from being lynched by a group of Illinois homesteaders. John was inducted into the gang and raised alongside Arthur, with the pair growing as close as brothers. Dutch instilled the boys with his anarchist worldviews against a corrupt government and preached that revenge was a fool's game. Over the years, Arthur and John became regarded as Dutch's favorite sons. In 1887, Arthur participated in the gang's first major bank robbery alongside Dutch and Hosea. At 2 o'clock, the trio burst into the banking house of Lee and Hoyt and managed to make off with $5,000 in gold. After the robbery, they lingered in town, going to hovels, shanties, and orphanages, handing out money, envisioning themselves as Robin Hood figures. It was following this event where Arthur became a wanted man. Some years later, Arthur met and slept with a 19-year-old waitress named Eliza, resulting in her becoming pregnant with their son, Isaac. Although Eliza knew of Arthur's lifestyle, she accepted whatever support he offered to her and their son. Arthur, not wanting to promise anything he couldn't keep, said that he would do right by them. He would periodically visit Eliza and Isaac every few months and stay with them for days at a time. Arthur remembered fondly of Isaac as a good kid. Tragically, one day, however, Arthur arrived at their home and saw 2 crosses outside. He knew immediately that they were both dead, and later learned that they had been shot and killed by robbers, all for $10. This traumatic incident hardened Arthur as a result, as he never truly coped with the pain and gave him the understanding to not live the life of an outlaw and expect good things to happen to him. In 1894, a prostitute named Abigail Roberts joined the Van der Linde gang. At some point, she fell in love with John Marston and became pregnant with their son named Jack. Arthur became a surrogate uncle figure towards him growing up. John, however, refused to accept responsibility over the boy and soon left the gang. Around a year later, John returned. While Dutch and the majority of the gang welcomed him back with open arms, Arthur felt betrayed by his actions, and a rift was formed between the two, which steadily grew over the years.